All right, historic day for the UK there. Just to recap the highlights of what we just heard out of the Justice. The first decision was, on whether the prorogation case was justiciable, i.e. subject to trial in court of law, was a unanimous decision on all parts of the Justice, 11 of them saying that indeed it was. But then the bigger decision, of course, is the one that they came out with, deeming that the decision to prorogue Parliament was unlawful, void, and of no effect. Let's get out to Willem, who is there and has been monitoring all of the action all morning into this historic decision. Willem, the Justice left it saying that the Speaker has to decide what to do next. What can we expect now?
Well, she said that he could take immediate steps to reopen Parliament, essentially, unless there was some parliamentary rule of which he was not aware that would preclude that from happening. If there was something that was reliant on the executive, she said, the court was essentially requesting that the Prime Minister Boris Johnson take steps to make that possible. So we could see Parliament theoretically open as soon as this afternoon. I don't think that's necessarily going to happen, though. Of course, we do have these party conferences going on. But, you know, Lady Hale using some very strong language there, saying that the effects on democracy from Boris Johnson's and the government's action was extreme. These were, she acknowledged, exceptional circumstances, and you can clearly hear the support for this decision from the crowd outside the Supreme Court here. Parliament, she said, has a right to a voice on major constitutional matters. Clearly the decision to leave the European Union, in her eyes and the eyes of the court, unanimously was that this constituted such. The power to prorogue was essentially limited. It would be unlawful, she said earlier, if prorogation was to frustrate or prevent Parliament from carrying out its constitutional duties, and the court clearly decided in Jumana that is exactly what this order has done.